While this logjam is going to cause a massive headache for the city, it's also a safety hazard for those in the area. Reports of people going out and walking on this log pile prompted the city to put up this "Do Not Enter" sign, as well as this press release. Here at Via Boxing, you would normally see kids training after school, but following severe weather ripping the roof off of this building, we're standing in what's left. Now, while the damage around me is severe, the Via Boxing staff says this isn't a knockout punch. Here in Augusta's Red Brick District, businesses like Brick's Bar and Grill say the probationary period went so well that after a year, they've officially approved it. But there's also going to be all sorts of stuff on the street here. We've got fresh lemonade. We've even got the barbecue bus. Never heard of that one before, but I think I'm going to have to try it out. Well, you guys know I'm never one to miss out on the fun, so I'm headed into the leaves. Reporting from outside the library, Tyler Tripodi, Ocala TV. Finals week is one of the busiest times of year for the library, which is why they've expanded many of their services and their hours for all those students cramming for exams. For fear of not being ready if a dragon were to need slaying, I donned a suit of armor and learned how to fight. Suiting up was a process in and of itself, as the straps and buckles of old were almost too much for my modern mind. After conquering the armor, I picked up my sword and shield and prepared for calibration.
We call meeting to order.
It's been 3 days of chaos at Oklahoma State University following Dr. Casey Schrumm's surprise resignation. While answers about her departure are few and far between, the Board of Regents has announced the next step toward the future.
There is no one, Mr. Chairman, better to help us ensure it than Jim Hess.
The board selected Dr. Jim Hess, a lifetime educator and member of the Oklahoma Higher Education Hall of Fame, to lead the university as its interim president.
My commitment is always to put students first. They are the heart and soul of this university. Simply put, our students' success is our success.
While the board and faculty in attendance were excited about the future, around campus, questions remain. Why did Dr. Schrumm resign? Why was a hiring freeze placed on the Innovation Foundation? And what was discussed at last week's board meeting? We spoke with Donnell Harder, a representative for the board, who says that no comment is available.
That investigation's ongoing. There's no further detail at this time. I'm not authorized to speak for the university, so I can't answer those questions.
However, we pressed her about the reason for passing the freeze on the Innovation Foundation, and while no direct answer was available, we did learn about new allegations against the foundation.
They were presented with some allegations, which they note in those board meetings, and I really encourage you to get those minutes.
Those minutes become available 1 month upon the conclusion of the board meeting, so it seems we'll have to wait for more information. The Daily O has reached out to the university and Dr. Schrumm for comment, but no response has reached us yet. Reporting in the Student Union, Tyler Tripodi, The Daily O. 560 miles. That's what separates the University of Houston and Oklahoma State's football stadiums. There's not a whole lot outside of the cities on that ride. Fields, livestock, and a whole lot of gravel. Most people traveling between the two will fly or drive the highways. Not many would consider biking the back roads, and even fewer would actually do it. That wasn't the case for 2 chapters of Sigma Nu.
We're just on a bike ride from Houston to Stillwater to support our troops.
The ride wasn't just for fun, though. It was about helping those in need.
The cause is for wounded veterans and raising money to have benefit programs for them to help them recover from post-war things that happen. It's really obviously important to us, and that's the main reason why we wanted to be involved in it.
Treks like these are a part of the history of Sigma Nu at the University of Houston.
One thing they used to do was they used to run the game ball from Houston to Little Rock and Houston to UT, and they did it for charity. And I thought it was such an amazing, cool idea, and I was surprised that we don't do it anymore. And so I really wanted to do it again and bring it back to life.
Since its revival, the Houston chapter has visited Baylor, TCU, and now OSU, all to support a good cause. This ride was filled with historical moments, as it was the first to take them out of Texas and the first time collaborating with another chapter. However, the chapters kept the focus squarely on those they are supporting. They say they're thankful for the opportunity.
It feels like, we're finally able to give back. We're finally able to do something to support and, show everybody that, people still care about the veterans out there, and, there's always somebody, backing them.
After nearly 48 hours, the group biked triumphantly into campus, met by a crowd of their brothers to celebrate all they had accomplished. Some of the riders saying the feeling just can't be put into words.
I can't even describe it, honestly. We've worked so hard these last 2 days, and you know, we're extremely happy to be here.
It's like probably one of the hardest things I ever did, but really made me feel great about it. You know, we were just always talking same time next year. You know.
When it was all said and done, the group raised over $7,000 for the Wounded Warriors Project. Not bad for a group of college kids biking through fields, livestock, and a whole lot of gravel. Tyler Tripodi, The Daily O. Most college students won't get up early on a Saturday morning to climb stairs. But for students like Rudy Solano, this stair climb is his way of remembering relatives involved in 9/11.
So I have a few family members who were paramedics, EMTs, police officers, or in the Army during 9/11 when it happened. And it's a big tribute to me because I'm representing them.
Stories like Solano's are not uncommon. Even as 9/11 becomes an event many students didn't experience, the efforts of clubs like the Fire Protection Society ensure that the sacrifices of that day live on.
This being the 8th year that we've done this as a club and as a school, it's important that we show representation and respect for those who had fallen during 9/11, even after 24 years after it's happened. And even if we weren't there when it happened.
This year was the event's biggest yet, with over 300 people making the climb. But for Schaefer, the event goes beyond remembrance. It's also a way to bond with his father, a firefighter in New Jersey when the towers went down.
I mean, it's really important, you know, it keeps us connected, and it makes it every year, and during 9/11, every year we can kind of, you know, connect as a family and as a community and remember the things that happened in our country, and it makes us stronger in a sense.